I'm with you that it would be great if there were some F1 drivers in here too. I felt like there was a point where it looked like it might start to happen a bit more. When Fernando did it and he was an active F1 driver, Lance Stroll did it as an active F1 driver, and they both had a great time. It fit in at the right time then. They were doing their preseason training schedules, but, some race fitness wasn't a bad thing to have. Miami or Florida was a good area to come to do some warm weather training as well in the off season. It kind of fit together, but yeah, the timing of last year's season and when it finished, and then having a record 23 races next year, new car. I asked Lando about it actually, and he was like, there's just too much that's F1 focused that we need to be hot on, that I can't really go and do something like that, like IMSA. Because obviously United Autosport still here is Zach Brown's team. So, the door probably would be open for Lando and Daniel if they wanted to. I'd like to see that happen more in the future. I do feel like this race deserves it, because understandably F1 drivers can't do Le Mans with the timing of that race in the middle of their season. But they could come and do this if they wanted to fit it into their schedules. It's just, a lot's being asked of them from F1 at the moment. So I can understand why they don't. But then the IndyCar guys doing it is very exciting. The ex-F1 guys doing it is very exciting. And what I really like, I actually wrote about this last week for the guys at Racer. It was kind of like, it's not just about the fact that you have ex-F1 drivers that race here. You have potentially future F1 drivers racing here. You've got the likes of Pato O'Ward, you've got Colton Herta, and they've both been linked with future F1 roles. They're invested in this race, even though it's closer to the IndyCar season starting than the F1 season starting. But those guys could end up in F1. So people should be tuning in, because they might actually see future F1 drivers taking part, and they'll get to know a bit more about them this way. So I still think it's an exciting field. And you've got names, like I said, about young names like O'Ward and Herta, but then you've got talents like Jimmy Johnson out here. You've got Kevin Magnussen, Kamui Kobayashi. Just some awesome names that are taking part still. So it's an exciting field.